Beis just came out with a new line and it's divine. Hi everyone, it's Leah, your professional organizer, giving you hacks, inspiration, and reviews to help you get and stay organized in your home and on your vacation. I'll leave the links to all my social media handles down below because I give you a little something different on each of the platforms. If you like what I'm sharing here on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and thank you to all my returning subscribers. Hello, how are you doing? Beis just came out with a new line and it's divine. Today I'm going to show you around my favorites, so let's get into it. All of these bags come in the classic base colors, beige and black, and a lot of people ask me if the beige gets sturdy, and the truth is we all treat our things differently, so that's a you question. If you're nervous, I say to go with the black, but with the material of these bags, except for the roller, it might not actually matter. They're a thick, durable, and wipeable nylon. I like it so much better than the canvas and faux leather bases used in the past. The shapes of these bags are different from their other styles though, so I wouldn't necessarily pick these bags strictly based on the material, but I would say it definitely gives it a leg up in general because of the material. Beis says that this collection is meant for on the go wherever it is that you're going, so even though we're gonna look at these bags mainly through a travel lens, we'll also try to think about what it would be like to use some of these bags in your everyday. First up, let's look at the duffel. It's somewhere between the mini weekender and the weekender in size, and we know that the mini weekender is pushing it as a personal item, so this duffel is definitely a carry-on item if you're bringing it on a plane, or it could be a really good road trip bag. If you're looking for exacts, the dimensions are 21.5 inches by 9 inches by 12 inches, and I'll add a chart of all the bag sizes that we talk about at the end of this video. Like I said before, the duffel comes in beige and black. I like the black better, but get whatever calls to you, especially because this is such a wipeable bag. Just wipe it down with soap and water post-travel. You should be wiping it down anyways, but especially if you get any stains on it. I like that it's square because it makes it easy to build your pack in, like the convertible sport duffel. The difference between the sport duffel and this duffel is that they're totally different sizes. The sport duffel is a personal size item or an everyday bag, and if you walked around with the commuter duffel to work or to the gym, you would regret it. I used this duffel for my London trip. I put the medium cube of the packing cube set in to take up the length and height and half of the depth of the bag. In front, I stacked the on-the-go double-sided essentials case. On top of that, 2 shoes and shoe bags, and next to it, I brought home a new pair of shoes in their box. The opening of the bag has an extra long zipper that clasps at the end, so when you unzip and unclasp the bag, it has a nice big opening for when you're packing and grabbing things while you're on your trip. Inside there are 4 mesh pockets, 1 on either of the short sides and 2 in the front. I didn't use these too much, just one of the side pockets to keep my day and night bag in so it didn't move around. There's also a padded laptop sleeve in the back. It's not removable like it is in the convertible weekenders, but it's super padded and the most padded that Beis has ever given us because it's the same material that Apple uses to protect your MacBooks. On the outside, there are also 4 pockets, and these I used a lot. There's a front zip pocket where I put small things I wanted easy access to during my trip. In the back magnetic pocket, which also doubles as a trolley sleeve, I put things that I wanted easy access to in the airport, like my passport. And in the 2 side pockets, I had a baggie of things that I wanted to keep with me during the flight. This bag has 2 handles and a crossbody strap, and like the laptop sleeve, this is the most padding that we've seen from Beis before. I like to wear this bag like the weekender, where I put the straps on one side and the crossbody on the other, and it balances me out as I'm walking. I also think that this is the same kind of pack that you would use for the weekender, where it might be like cobblestone roads or bouncing from one place to another from different types of transportation, but it might be a little bit of a longer trip. If you have a weekender, there's no need to throw it out, but I do prefer this bag because I think it's more aesthetic, and I also like that it's square because it's easier to pack. Next, of course, I have to show you the backpack. It has a main compartment that zips all the way down, but it doesn't open fully like a suitcase. The laptop sleeve behind it has that Mac grade padding on either side, and the straps also have good padding. There's a trolley sleeve in the back that zips up to be a back pocket for extra storage that the backpack that I love doesn't have, and there's a zip pocket in the front. Inside, there's a water bottle sleeve that you can take out or tuck in. There's a 7.5 inch front zip pocket and a back sleeve with 2 mesh pockets in front of it. This nylon is so sturdy that the bag, especially the front pocket, isn't going to expand much, but I did pack for 8 days in Italy in it, because I kind of just wanted to see if I could do it. If you want to be in a personal size item for a trip like that, there are other personal size items that will expand a little bit more, give you a little bit more room. This is more of an everyday bag, an overnight bag, or a bag for a shorter trip or a trip where you don't need different shoes. But this is how I got 8 days into this bag. I used a packing cube from an Amazon set that's somewhere between the small and medium cube and the base packing cube set. This gave me space on top for a pair of sandals and underwear and a baggie, along with the curling iron on the side. I used the front pocket for toiletries and makeup and a zip pouch I got from another Amazon packing cube set, and I used the back pocket as an intermediate space to keep receipts and that sort of thing. Next, the roller. This is the smallest roller Beis has ever made, and technically the only international size one, but we all know the big airlines would let the size of the other slide. You might be the reason that your neighbor has to check their bag, so up to you, and it might be a reason to get this new roller. It has all the features of the regular carry-on sized roller and then some, and since I owe you a review on the roller, let's just do that now. It's a hard shell case and it opens in the middle to give you 2 equal sides. On one side it fully zips so nothing falls out. This is where I like to fold clothes, but you can also use 1 or more packing cubes and pack more than clothes here. On top of that closure are 2 zip pockets that are so different from all the other brands out there. Not only do you have the separator of the 2 pockets, but you also have depth in the 2 pockets. This is the perfect place to put socks, intimates, a small but adequate toiletries bag, and they're not going to move around between each other because there's a separator because there's 2 of them. It comes with a laundry bag and this basics bag, which I would say to use for shoes, but you can use them for laundry if you want. On the other side, another big difference from the other brands is a removable closure, which I strongly think you should keep in because both sides of your suitcase should close. It's the only way to contain your things. Moving on the outside, there's a TSA approved lock and a weight indicator that turns red when you hold it by the handle if it's over 50 pounds. I think this should be 10 kilograms for the carry-on, but whatever. There's also a retractable strap that holds a bag up to 15 pounds by its handle. So here's where the commuter roller is different from the original carry-on. We've already touched on the size. This one's 13.5 inches wide by 21.5 inches high. 1 3/4 of those inches are the wheels, and it's 9 inches deep. And it has a front pocket, which again has that Apple material, and it makes going through security a breeze. You put your laptop in here and anything you want easy access to before or after your flight. I would say it's a really good addition. And now the ID crossbody. I was between this and the belt bag, but ultimately went for the crossbody. The belt bag is good for daytime, but ultimately I wanted a travel bag, so I was looking for something that would go from day to night. I ended up bringing this with me to Italy, and not only was it a more versatile bag, but it was also a good airport bag because it's small enough to be counted within reason to also have on you and not counted as bag. And I would assume that the belt bag also falls within this category. It fits your passport and other papers in the middle, your phone in the front. There's a zip pocket in front of that where I kept a travel brush most of the time, another zip pocket in the back with an ID and card holder, and my travel pillow fit around it nicely so I could just take all of that to my seat when I was flying. And those are all the bags that I have for you today. These are my favorite of the collection, but if another commuter bag is calling to you, I support that. Here's how the dimensions of all the bags we talked about measure up, and I'll leave all the links to the bags below. If you like this video, I appreciate you taking a second to hit the like button and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.